All right, we're live.
All right, welcome everybody to EU1 Contest of Speed, round 16 here in Portimao, in the middle of Portugal. Tonight we have 15 drivers here in EU1 taking on this circuit, 15 turns in total. My name is Shelly the Turtle, and I'm joined by my co-host Marinette. You want to say hello?
Hello, and
There we go. Gotta love
welcome
it.
to.
All right, groovy. So
Yeah, I'm gonna
I guess
just
I'll just hop on
quickly
here with
run,
Jensen.
and then I'll be right back.
All right. Well, I will talk here while he is using the bathroom. Track is 2.8 miles long, almost 2.9, but not quite. Who knows why? We'll have to find out one day. Opened in 2008, relatively new, and F1, we've had some exciting races here. A couple years ago, we had a massive crash on a safety car restart, and that's always exciting to see. Tricky uphill turns here is the track limits here is going to be hard for some of these drivers to navigate, but EU1 should have no problem with that. Uh, but no, I think we're in store from some exciting racing tonight. It looks about half the grid is on the mediums and half of them are on the softs. Let me pull up chat here so I can see what's going on.
All right.
He's back.
So, yeah, we have IFR starting his lap now. Going down in.
Jensen on the mediums, one of the few drivers out there, or about half the field, as I said before. Into this tricky right-hander, down to second, up to fourth. Let's see what he can do here. A lot of drivers will lose it through there, is what I've noticed throughout commentating Portugal. So it will be exciting. That's all I gotta say about that.
Yeah, this corner as well, turn 8, a very, very difficult one. Easily lose the car, even at a very, very slow speed. This is also a tricky one for the non-ABS runners. I believe that's all of them. It's a bit tricky not locking up there. Oh,
Yeah,
and he gets
oh, how
interrupted.
unfortunate. Thomas blocking his hot lap.
That's
Hopefully
unlucky.
nobody else runs into the back of Jensen here. But
So the first one to set a
awful luck
lap, I
there.
believe that's going to be Fruitful. Nope. It's going to be Hasmania. Not even. It's one of the McLarens. And it's Kid and Petter on the medium tyre. Going through the last bend before the flat out section that starts now, and then the last corner. Up the hill. Keeping it nice and tight, activate the DRS, and he sets a 17.4 on the mediums. And I think that's actually pretty...
17.4, I have to imagine. Yeah, I have to imagine it's a strong lap, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I think on
I
the medium
believe.
tyres that's pretty alright.
Yeah, 17.4, not bad.
Beating Dara,
Oh
but
my.
ECOS shifters 16.8.
Since I can do one better, go 6 cents faster. Gotta love it. Oh, EU1, what a great place to be. Well,
C-Bucks P2 and Lynx P3.
I'm curious where these soft tire runners go. Oh, as I say that, saucy 16.8 on the softs, which that's gotta worry me if I'm saucy. The shifter set that time. It's gotta worry me a little bit, just a little. What else we have out there right now?
We have, is that Thomas or Konzo? Oh, somebody spun. I think it's Thomas. Yeah. after that little hairpin. Very easy to spin it there as well. And shouts in the comments are going for an LOI 1234. I don't know. I mean, Saucy and Shifters are both LOIs, so, and they're already P1 and 2, so.
Yeah. Yeah, 16 on the medium is pretty good. 18 flat for Conzo there. Solid lap. Puts him in P10 for the time being.
Yeah.
James is starting a hot lap. What else we got out there?
I think it's Electric Blade next across the line.
I believe he went purple in sector 2. So curious to see what this time is.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I've got to see if he can beat Saucy here. See if he can come to the line and do any better than that 16.816. He does not. 17.3. Still a good lap, but insane lap by Shifters there. I can't get over that personally. 16.8 on the mediums. Incredible.
I mean, that's an alright that's an alright time for a EU3 driver in EU1. You know, that's actually really good. And
at the Hofton board, James there, he lost it coming up into turn 8. Like how you said, that traction zone is just very tricky to get right, and so easy to spin your car there.
Yeah, and it's sad to see because it's really there is some potential in the corner. There's definitely some potential, and we did see some moves up the inside last night. So we know it can happen, but it is a very, very risky move to go for.
I'd imagine not many of those moves will be made early. Soon it'll be a late, desperate move, if anything, just because of how tricky that corner is.
Jamie James coming in. He has been struggling this week with track limits. Yesterday and the day before that. So let's hope that he brings home a result that he can be happy with today.
You've got to imagine how many penalties might come out of tonight with just drivers having trouble getting a clean lap in.
I think Kidden has set the fastest sector 1.
Kidden the reserve.
Kidden the reserve from AM.
AM1, I believe.
AM1, right? Yeah.
I believe, yeah. Just using just enough of that curve, but not too much. Because right there, you can put it in third or fourth, and one wrong move left or right, and you are invalidating your lap there.
No.
You don't want to do that too much.
He's coming through here. Last corner. Keeps it nice and tight. On the curb. Up the hill. And what's it going to be? It's going to be P3. Strong lap. Oh, look at that top 3.
Separated by, what even is that? That's
600.
Like 600. Oh my. And quality's not even half over yet. This is incredible.
Yeah, this is going to be so close. I can already imagine this in the race. It's looking really, really good. I think next.
If I pan down here, I see LOI C-Bucks is up 5/10 on his lap.
Ooh, this might be a really good time.
Straight.
And it definitely is.
Oh, it is. 16.5, incredible.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant lap from C-Bucks there.
Seems like everybody's finding a little bit of pace as the session goes on here. Love to see it.
Next coming across, I think, is IFR Fruitful. No, it's Dara. He has sadly invalidated.
Oh,
Tasmania up to P8. But Saucy, he's down on his lap, so he's going in. Link's coming through. Oh,
Lynx
strong.
decides to top it all off. Shots hitting into the 16-5, 16-4s, my apologies. How? Oh my.
It's incredible, isn't it?
Everybody just, if you can do that, I can do one better, and just keeps topping each other.
Yeah.
Oh, this is great.
I mean, it's pretty close at the top six. Top three to top six, separated by 60 hundredths, and the P1 and P2 only separated by 700ths. So,
Yeah,
oh,
just it goes back across to the 16-3.
that's
That is
incredible.
great. I'm just gonna keep topping each other the entire session.
Shit. That is amazing. That is amazing. Look at that top eight. Oh, and it's getting even better. Who just crossed the line? That was Dan OM, 16-7.
Yeah, everybody just coming back through again. Really good times. I did not expect this as Shifters is now coming out for an out lap,
And now
seeing that his pole time was broken. Sure,
Calzo,
he is furious.
he's going in.
Yeah, I think he was 8 seconds up on this time. Not sure what happened there. I did not see any yellow flags, so maybe he made a little bit of a mistake.
Oh, and Jamie James is invalidated again. So that Fruitful coming through, he's also invalidated.
Track limits, people. And it's gonna bite somebody tonight.
Definitely. Penalties might even come into play, deciding who's going to be on the podium.
You'd have to think so, based off how many invalid laps we've seen so far in quali. Tasmania diving in the pits. Come on, guys. Somebody could come across the line. Let's get a lap here.
I think that's Dan OM going into the pits. Yep. And Shifters starting. And then it's Konzo coming through. He's 4 tenths down. He's diving into the pits.
Yeah, I have to think that they're getting their new set of softs on, and they're gonna go back out there as through Sector 1 Shifters is up by 2.5 cents. Don't tell me he's gonna take pole.
Well, currently, I mean, it's very, very close. It's going to be close. I think it's going to be between third and second if he keeps the pace up. Might even be first. You never know.
You never know if he's over 6 cents off on his time. That is incredible. Who just went to second? Kid just goes P2 with a 16.4.
Amazing.
But I don't know what to say. My breath has been taken away by this quality.
It's insane. You know, now Shift is coming across. I'm guessing that's only going to be P1. 16
Oh no, the
flats.
best.
That's insane.
16 flat. Who's gonna top it with a 15.9? You have to
Oh,
think somebody will at this point.
yeah, you never know with Jensen. He's been very quick this season. He is starting his lap soon, you know.
He is on an outlap, assuming that the first set of softs, he is gonna try and chase down 3.5 to 4 tenths and beat Shifters for that pole seat in Portimao tonight.
Ooh, oh, Dara.
Who lost it?
It was
Oh,
Dara, but I don't know. Ooh, what's going on here? Little
Ooh,
battle. Little
little
battle
battle on quality.
between Kidden and Dara. Who's going to finish this lap? It's not going to be an improvement, sadly. The next across the line is going to be Electric Blade. Who's going into the pits? Hi-Fi
Oh
Jensen.
boy, Jensen's on a hot lap.
Not sure what was going on there between Kitten and Dara. He says in the chat, Kitten. Yeah, you never really know, but it's always nice to see some racing where we can.
It always is. This Jensen is 5/10 up on his time, so does not look like this will be a improvement. At least this lap. Not sure how much fuel he has in the car.
You know, he might actually go for another lap here.
I
He does
have to
have
think
time.
so. I'd hope so. I want to see that 15.9 get into play here.
And I think that's Lynx also in an out lap. And C-Bucks
Oh
as
boy.
well.
P7 to P4 all in and out lap trying to chase down that pole time.
And you know, I think
The
maybe
Ferrari.
most of them actually have a shot on it. You know?
I think as Link starts his hot lap now, just trying to make sure I don't miss anybody coming across the line here. I think everybody's just starting their flyers.
Dara into the pits. He's not going to improve on his time, sadly. He does not have the time for it. But Jensen starting a new one, I'm guessing.
Looks to have the fuel for it. That's what I love to see.
And that's, I believe, Calzo coming through. Ooh, P4. P4 for
From the
Calzo.
bottom. Coming out of nowhere. I love that. 16.4 for the Alfa Romeo driver. Still a very good time, 16.4.
Fruitful, P7. He does improve. Oh, and Jamie James finally gets his lap in, and it's a 16.6. Well
Took all
done.
the session, but he got in there. Beautiful lap.
Yeah, it's a good lap, that. It's a very good lap.
And Jensen he has improved so far by a tenth and a half.
It's going to be Lynx to
I'm not
cross the
sure if he
line
can make up.
first. And he's not going to improve. And it's C-Bucks in P3 currently. Now Jensen coming through. What can he get?
Can Jensen get here?
Oh! Missing out by, what's that?
300?
300s. Wow. Dano went pitting. Seeing that saucy. He's invalidated, sadly. Oh, and Dano MS retired as Konzo gets it up into P8. And I believe Fruitful as well is on a lap. No. Then that must be Jamie James going through the final sector. He's not going to improve on his time.
Well, that looks to be the end of quality, as long as there's no grid penalty for Dara or Kitten. I don't think they touched, so I think everybody should be all right where they are. Wow.
Very interesting quality.
Yeah, from P1 to I'm gonna put Hasmania in this too. P1 to P12, everybody is only separated by a second. You have a couple of outliers there at the bottom. But very close and exciting quality from the EU1 grid. Very fun to watch as a spectator and not having to worry about trying to best somebody 3 times in one session. That is incredible.
Yeah. So, let's run through the starting lineup. We have Shifters in P1, followed by Jensen, very close, 300s between them. C-Bucks in P3, Kitten Petter in P4, Calzo P5, Lynx P6, Jamie James P7, Conzo P8, Fruitful P9, Dano M P10, Saucy P11, Hasmania P12, Electric Blade P13, Thomas P14, Dara P15 to round it off. Whew, this is going to be very exciting off the start.
I have to agree there. Dara, the only driver setting a time on the medium compound of tire. I have to think, well, do you think P11 back will start in the mediums or elect for the softs and try to stick with these front guys?
You know, we've only seen one safety car this week, and that was in EU2 last night. And that really did change the whole thing. You can easily stretch a soft medium on this track. But then if you can get on that medium tire and you can stay with the front pack, you're definitely you're gonna be in for some very nice points.
Yeah, you'd have to think so. We'll have to see what they throw on as tires. I'd assume that they would throw on mediums, but you never know. It's EU1. They're weird, but they know more than I do, so I can't take it from them. No Rolex sponsor this week, last week, or not last week, 2 weeks ago in China. Very nice Rolex sponsor on the pit wall, but sadly not this week.
It's just DHL.
Yeah, hate to see it. Hate to see it.
Yeah, I mean, DHL, nice company sometimes, I guess. I don't use it, but I guess some people do.
Hey, some people do. There's a company for everybody. There is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mercedes has the hard tires in their garage. I'm assuming they will not be used tonight, but nice going down there in the Mercedes garage.
You know,
showing them off for the fantasy.
You know, if there's a tangle up in lap 1, I'm positive if you get damage that maybe 1 or 2 will go in for the hard tyre. That is going to make it to the end, I believe, from lap 1 it is.
Yeah, as the formation lap gets set here, underway, let me look at the tires here. Let's see. So interesting. Dara, the one to qualify on the mediums, is starting on the softs in P15. Saucy, Hasmania, Blade, and Thomas, that is 11 through 14 in order, are starting on the medium. So,
yeah,
very aggressive call from Dara there.
Yeah, he's gonna bet on making it through the whole of the outside of top 10 quickly. And he is of course a fast driver, and those soft tyres are definitely going to be better than the mediums at the start. They do actually drop off very suddenly. You can go on them for a long time, but then suddenly they just lose their traction, and that's going to probably catch some people off, especially here, Samsung turn 8.
Yeah, I'd have to turn 8 and very worn tires are not going to like each other tonight. So we'll have to see how the drivers navigate. I'd assume times will start falling as we get closer to the end of the soft run, but you never know. You never know.
Now, Shift is going through the penultimate corner, and there it's the AI that took over, lining up on the grid.
Since you had to deal with the task, you wanna send us away here in EU1?
Yeah, I will. I would love to.
There you go.
I'm just gonna wait for Dara to get in. I'm gonna switch back to shifters. And here we go for the start sequence. 1 light, 2 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And it's lights out, and away we go. It's a very good start for shifters. Very good start for shifters. Also, Link's down at the bottom there. He's at a massive start as well, picking up 2 positions off the start. Kitten losing 2 positions. Calzo overtaking him. Is there going to be a tangle up down there? Not what I can see. Seabucks right behind Jensen. Lynx, what a start from him. Dara also picking up a position. Electric Blade picking up 2. And Konzo picking up together with Fruitful. A little battle down there between Fruitful and Jammy James. Jammy James has sadly lost out there.
Yeah, turn 1 was really ambitious. I thought it was Lynx, Kitten Petter, and one of the Alpha Romeos going 3 wide, vying for that P4 at the start of the race off. It was fun to see. Thankfully, nobody got tangled up and all that. Looks like everybody sorted themselves out now. Run down the grid. Dar did make a move on Thomas, so trying to get past those medium runners early, but we'll see if he can make up any other time on them. Only run through.
So DRS, of course, not activated yet, so I doubt we'll see a move. But Konzo is close to Kitten. He might get something done here. You never know. Nah, he's a little bit too far behind. No moves on the start of lap 2 there on the straight as of yet. I see the tyres.
I'll have to see when DRS is activated here. Jamie James is looking at Fruitful there into turn 3, but backed out of the move there. We'll have to see how that works out in the next coming laps.
Yeah, Fruitful and Jamie James are quite close. Saucy might be going for a move here late on Hasmania. You never know. No, it's gonna be on the straight if we're gonna see a move. It is quite crucial to have some track position here.
As Dar was a little bit deep there. I'm not sure what corner number that is. I'll have to find that out. But definitely trying to push past these medium runners. Everybody's still within a second of each other, so the pack is not letting up one bit.
And Shifter sets the fastest lap, 19.1. I doubt that's going to stay the fastest lap though for long, because now DRS has been activated.
Yeah, you know who has DRS? Jensen right behind Shifter, so have to see what this lap time is, or if he can make a move done on this straight. Not sure if it's long enough though for Jensen to get anything done with Shifters, but
Danowan picks up a 3-second.
Yeah, definitely not what you want to see this early in the race. That will definitely come back and bite you here in Portugal.
Link's getting very close to Seabucks now, and maybe he had a little bit of tyre spin at the hairpin there. You never know. We could see a move because he is out of the second. We could see a move from Lynx on Seabucks here on the straight. Nothing too drastic here on the first few laps.
Yeah, but Lynx is very close to Seabucks coming out of the peloton corner. I have to assume DRS, this move will be very easy to get done for Lynx. Seabucks has dropped out of DRS range.
COS.
Saucy, the 3-second time penalty there. Hate to see it.
Yeah, passed before the braking zone. Easy move for Lynx, but he does mess up his braking zone. He goes a little wide. Is that going to give an opportunity for Seabucks here? Lynx is already gone. Now Calzo next behind Seabucks. And there's a yellow flag. And it's Jammy James. He's gone into the wall. Does he still have his front wing?
No, it is gone. It is chopped off by the Rolex wall. Shout out to Rolex. Unfortunate for Jamie James there, but he will have to make an early pit stop. And like you said, those hards might come into play for him this early on, as the mediums will not last.
No,
Virtual safety car has been deployed for, I'm assuming, Jamie James's wing, if it is somewhere on the track. Marshals will get down there, take it off the circuit. You know, doing great stuff for the nice EU1 drivers. Speaking of drivers that might have had an incident, Thomas in P15 was 6.5 seconds back from Jamie James, so not sure what happened with Thomas. Maybe just got
Oh, and he spun
his
again.
P's off into the gravel. Not sure if he had a spin earlier. I'm assuming so.
Yeah, he does not have any wing damage, so I think it's going to be about into turn one maybe. We don't
Yeah,
see him.
very nice not to DNF there, as he had a lot of speed going into the gravel trap.
On the restart if Calzo maybe has to move here on Seabucks. Oh, he's got a very nice exit out of that corner. He does have DRS, but doesn't really activate it. Seabucks stays in front, but I think, oh, Conzo gets past Fruitful, but Fruitful answers back brilliantly. Just stays ahead. Oh, it's very, very close. Good racing between these guys. And Thomas has retired in the pits.
Jamie James throwing on his medium, saying, "I'm gonna get back out there, putting some base. Let's hope for a safety car. Let's try to strip these mediums till I cannot drive on them no more." I keep an eye on him down there, but 30 seconds back, we'll have to wait for a safety car, I think, for him to get back involved in this race. Let's see, what's kind of the gaps we got? Conzo's got the closest gap on Kitten right now, but Kitten might get a nice run out of the penultimate corner, trying to fend off Conzo. Oh, my apologies, that's Fruitful.
Darrag's had a
Got everybody
spin.
mixed up.
And another spin, of course, that's gonna happen. It's very, very normal for you to spin once and then spin twice, and then might even be a third time.
It might even be a third time, you never know. A couple of drivers losing control of their car, as we mentioned earlier. The low traction zones here in Portimao is Darragh goes for a third spin. Lovely to see.
Not surprising, he's pulling into the pits. I think, yeah, that's the end of his race. But Jensen is staying quite close to Shifters here. I don't know, I think he might stay behind him to save some ERS, because this track is ruthless when it comes to your fuel and your energy in the car. So
Yeah, some of these drivers burned a lot of ERS on the early laps. Links and Seabucks notably under 40% at the moment. They were when I checked. But these top two, over 70% on their ERS, and they're trying to hold out and using that, saving it for when they need it. So, nice to see there. Jensen having a nice look down the straight on Shifters. Will he make a move? He will. To the outside he goes. Will he have it done before the braking zone? He will. Shifter slots into P2, but he will want to fight that back on the next DRS straight we have after turn 4. Have to see if he gets a better run out of here.
Shifter stays
I
behind,
have to think.
and that's Electric Blade who span out. You know what was fantastic about that move? We had
fantastic?
a helicopter cam while he was overtaken. Very rare.
Yeah! Love to see it.
Jensen and Shift is very
Love to
close
see it, but
together.
these top two guys pulling out a second over Links here is, I'm sure he wants to fight back in the DRS range. Shifter's very close through a section where I'd assume not a lot of overtakes are done usually by those drivers.
You know, I think that's where the difference between setups comes in. But the top speed of Jensen's car looks to be a little bit better than Shifters. Shifters might answer back though. So
Only 2.5 tenths back.
Jensen gets the fastest lap, but Shifters answers back on the same lap and actually overtakes him into turn 1. This is going to be a battle for ages, I believe. They're going to be battling hard for most of the race. Is Jensen going to answer back here? Does not look like it. Seabucks and Calzo very close together. I think Seabucks might want to win back some of the positions he started off losing at the start of the race.
But you would have to think so. I believe Kitten's down a few positions as well, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna pull that up somehow. One of the times doesn't. Kitten down 2 and Seabucks down 2, both trying to get back into that top 4 where they were originally slotted.
Yeah, Link's having a
But Seabucks
fantastic start.
might be close enough here to make a move. Not positive about that. We'll have to see. With the DRS in both zones,
Yeah,
we'll get close enough.
he does have a little bit of a problem with the ERS though. I think his best move is to stick behind him and then recharge for a few laps.
Yeah, burning through the ERS, Seabucks is going back up to this lead battle here. Shifters pulling out over 8/10 on Jensen. Won't be able to make a move in this DRS zone. Seems to be that Shifters and Jensen gonna have a little bit of a battle here tonight. I'm all for it. I'll strap in and watch that. But since they've been battling, Lynx has actually broke into that DRS territory under a second there in P3. And you guys traveling in their own little pack here. So, very nice to see the top 3 trying to vie.
I think Fruitful has a problem with his front wing. I don't know. It looks like he had a little bit of a moment and he's lost 2 positions to Konzo and Dan.
Not sure about Fruitful's win. We'll have to wait and see when he comes across. Start, finish straight, see if he wants to pit. Nothing I can see from the cameras I'm given, but maybe something in his car that we do not know about.
Another helicopter view while IFR Jensen, he's sticking in behind Shifters. You know, this is a very interesting battle.
And most definitely, but it seems that, they get a very nice run on each other on the start-finish straight, but nobody's made a move on this second DRS straight yet. I think that's going to be a deciding factor tonight, who can make that move.
I think we might see it here from Saucy.
Seemed to be pretty even.
No, not quite.
Getting ever close to the back of that Williams.
It's a 3-man battle for P4 at the moment with Kitten paired to Seabucks and Calzo. Now Kitten and Seabucks both looking to get some redemption on their starts, losing 2 positions each.
I can't go a little bit deep there in the corner. He wants past Seabucks, and we all know it. We just have to wait and see if he can get anything done. But Seabucks looks to have a good run onto the start finish straight. I don't know if Kitten will have anything to come back with that.
They both have DRS, but Seabucks looks to be struggling with ERS. He's less than 20%, less than 10%.
Yeah, that has to worry me if you're Seabucks. This track is very hard to pick up any ERS. Fruitful 3 seconds there. Half the grid now has 3-second time penalties, so track limit is coming in beautifully.
Jensen's actually passed Shifters here.
When that happened?
I think that was the second DRS straight.
No, we missed it.
Coming into play there, we missed it. Damn it.
Damn it. Shift was getting a better run out of that corner though, if I'm not wrong. He's gonna try and fight back Jensen. Just seems to be a DRS trade-off here between the top 2, top 3. As Lynx is the closest he's been all day to these top 3.
Yeah,
or top 2.
I don't know, maybe Lynx is just he's waiting for his times to shine, like a tiger waiting for its prey.
I like the analogy. I do. But he goes under 10% on his ERS, and that has to worry him. I mean, they're both over 30 with Jensen and Shifters. Looks like the soft tire runners are deciding to finally pit. Trying to undercut somebody probably. Have to see where they come out in. Saucy gets DRS on Fruitful on that second DRS straight. Can't make a move though, unfortunately. Have to wait, sit behind him for another lap.
He's been trying and Fruitful for a few laps now. You'd expect him to get the move done in a not so long time, but Fruitful is on the soft tyre as Saucy is on the medium. Fruitful's tyres are quickly going off though. No move here, but I think we'll see it on the DRS straight when we come to that. Oh, and the front runners are into the pits. Jensen, Shifters and Lynx both. That means most of the soft runners are going in, except for Calzo and Kitten. Shifter's still not getting past Fruitful here. Oh, both of them do not have any ERS at all. Where do they come out? Jensen out in P7. Shifters right behind them, and then Lynx and Seabucks. Was he Seabucks and Dan OM who pitted on the last lap, both of them. They've made up some ground. Calzo's in. Kitten is still going. As is Fruitful. Calzo coming out behind Seabucks. Oh, and there's a yellow flag. Who's that? It's Fruitful. Seem to get back there. Now, Shelley, I believe we're going to see the move here from Shifters on Jensen. Or maybe not. Set the fastest lap there. Now Shifters is very, very close to Jensen. As Lynx finally gets past Electric Blade, he's now got 2 seconds up to his closest battle. That is Shifters and Jensen.
Yeah, the field's spread out as they've had to stop in the pits here.
Yeah, and then we have Saucy on the medium tyres still.
Still chugging along. Wonder what lap they will hit. Assuming they'll go for at least 4 to 8 more laps on those. Not sure when they start to die off here, but you do 12 lap on the softs. What does that put them at? Lap 21-ish. That'll be the window for the medium guys to pick. Shifters thought about going down the inside there in turn 1. Jensen decides that it will not happen. Shifters tucks in, hopefully to get a better run out of turn 4. Have to see if we can get anything done with DRS activated. And will not. We'll have to sit behind Jensen for a little bit longer, so seems like Shifters in Sector 2 and Sector 3 is getting very close to Jensen, but Sector 1 seems to be Jensen's territory. What do you think? What do you think over there?
I'm certain that it's going to be a battle till the end. Jensen probably has a little bit more top speed on that car. Shift is definitely catching up in the corners. But
Yeah, definitely.
It's going to be close. Calzo also is very close to Seabucks here. They've been battling for a few laps. Jensen sets the fastest lap. It's at 1:18.5.
Here's what gets interesting. The duo of the AlphaTauris in P2 and P3 has made it play the team role here, hold up Shifters for a couple of laps here, let Jensen build that gap, and hopefully can hold on to that.
Now he's going to try and defend from
Oh.
Shifters. Ooh, he muscles through, elbows out.
A little bit of contact there, but I just say that's a little bit of hard racing there from Shifters and Hasmania. Fruitful 3-second time penalty.
Ooh, Hasmania's round.
No. Oh.
That's unlucky. He was playing the team role. And I guess that's going to be him in the pits now.
I didn't see any damage on his front wing, but I have to see if there's anything that we can't see. And unfortunately, at turn 8, you were talking about that low traction zone. It might be an issue for some drivers tonight, and for Hasmania, it was.
It's a silent killer. It comes out of nowhere.
Speaking of a silent killer, no DRS Jensen improving lap after lap after lap on those fresh medium tires. An 18 flat, now the fastest lap of the race. Not sure what Jensen's fastest lap is. Have to look at that. An 18.7. So Jensen outpacing Shifters here by a little bit.
They're both a little bit down on that ERS of theirs.
Yeah, apparently burning through and keeping up with each other, fighting for that. Well, I would assume lead race once Sausage decided to come in and make his pit stop. Oh, as I say that, Sausage left the session, AEI will come over and will lose time to Jensen.
Can you invite him?
I said Sausage. Oh yeah, you invite him. Ooh.
Alright. And Kitten gets past Electric Blade. Electric Blade on 17 lap old mediums. They can go about 20 laps, maybe a little bit more if you're good with tyres.
Saucy, if you're watching the stream, I did send you an invite.
He is still in P1.
That's nothing to note, but that gap has gone down from 4 seconds to now a second and a half.
He has joined back. Can he join back in time to help his teammate a little bit out here?
I didn't realize that Mercedes in P1 might try to hold up Jensen here for a little bit longer.
Doesn't look like it.
Oh, that's unfortunate. No.
Oh, that is sad. Oh, there he is.
Oh,
He's back.
Saucy joins back right in front of his teammate. Lets him go, presumably. Oh,
Yeah. A little
Megan was a
tire
little bit.
banging maybe there.
Yeah.
So we can't really see the gaps.
Yeah, our end rule has gone away. Maybe that's because Saucy left and rejoined. I'm not sure.
It is coming back though, slowly but steady. Shift is crucially managing though to stay in that DRS zone as Electric Blades is coming in for his stop onto soft tyres.
Yeah, 13 laps on the softs. It's when the last of our soft drivers, Kit and Petter actually decided to pit on them. Fruitful retired after getting a speeding and pit lane warning. His day's done. Frustrated with his performance here in Portimao. With somebody who has not quit out of frustration. Electric Bride, he is, or my bad, Jandy James. There we go. Jammy James. There we go. Sticking with it, P10, gonna get some points tonight if he just keeps driving along after his early incident.
Yeah, huge respect for that. Staying in it to
Yeah,
salvage.
I gotta love that. The never give up attitude. John Cena, yours truly.
John
But
Cena.
hey, he's racing tonight. You know that?
John
He's in this
Cena.
lobby. Yeah, just can't
Wow.
see him. Corny
Oh!
jokes, gotta love him. Shifters on
Ah!
the start finish straight going after Jensen here. We'll have to see if he can make a move. Tucking behind Jensen once again. But 12 drivers left of the 15 that qualified, so still a decent grid.
He's gonna get it now though.
Have to assume so. They're very close. Will he go for the dive bomb? No, he will not. I haven't seen too many walk-ups tonight, so you guys are definitely managing that brake pedal very well. It's one thing I have not seen.
Lynx is now. He's still trying to catch up now to Saucy. I think Saucy's finally back, which is good to see. I think he might be pitting here in this or next lap maybe if he feels like it. He doesn't really have to defend from Lynx as he's not in immediate danger to shifters.
You'd have to think what lap Saucy's gonna hit here. Oh, actually, it's this lap he comes in for his first and final stop of the race. I think that will spit him out around P9. So, soft tires for Saucy. He will try to make up some ground here. Back to the front, Jensen shifters still trying to battle for P1 in this race, but again, shifters not close enough on that back DRS straight. But you're definitely right. Jensen has better top speed, but shifters has more pace throughout the corners, so they trade off with your setup. But it's fun seeing these guys battle. I'll tell you what.
And shifters even getting ever so close, just about not making it in that last sector. And then that top speed on the Alpha Tauri of IFR Jensen through the sector 3 and the first straight. It's just ruthless.
Yeah, so have another go at him again on the start finish straight. Getting it ever so slow because of that DRS, but now it's activated, and I don't think it's going to be close enough. Once he wants to make a late move, but no, tucks back in behind. So maybe that top speed is deciding to pay out better for Jensen here tonight. So far it appears to be. So there is no difference between the two drivers with their tires. Looks to be Jensen has just slightly more ERS than Shifters, but both are managing it well from using a lot on that first lap. Always nice to see Link's having a solid race, driving by himself. Let's see if he can cut into that gap and get back within DRS of Shifters. He had a tall order of me to ask him to do that, but you never know. Portimao, anything can happen. We have a second safety car of the week during contest of speed. You never know.
It's going to be very interesting because that safety car might actually really ruin someone's race. It definitely would if it was coming out now. Saucy just pitting for a soft tyre, but he is steadily coming back, catching up to Konzo.
One thing I forgot to look at is cost bets. I don't know if cost bets went out tonight. I wanted to see who the favorite was. Oh. I won't get my money back tonight, that's for sure. Damn it, kitten. Should have put them out. Bad day.
Bad day, yeah. Now Shifters. Oh, he's getting very close, but I think, Shifters might be weighing up his options here because he does have a lot of time. And just being in front of him now does not mean that he wins the race. So I think he's gonna wait it out, take his time, and then when it comes, he's gonna make the move. He does have a lot of ERS to play with, but the same counts for Jensen, who isn't really using it. Both kind of sparing on the ERS department in their cars, respectively.
Yeah, very nice point you pointed out there is every time Shifters seems to get in front of Jensen, Jensen gets in the back on the next lap, and that's just not the case with Shifters. He has to get a substantially better run out of the penultimate corner to catch up to Jensen on these DRS straights. So, yeah, I'd assume that Shifters is just going to buy his time till we get closer to the end of this race and make a lunge at Jensen here.
I doubt Lynx is going to catch up because the DRS on this track is so powerful. So if you're not battling, but you're staying within that DRS, you are definitely golden from anyone behind you.
Yeah, speaking of somebody that might get into DRS on like Lynx, C-Bucks. Only a second and a 10th behind. Calzo might be looking to snag that P4 away on track instead of after with the penalty Calzo has at the moment. Has Mandy into the pit. I assume he's going for fastest lap here. Throw on another set of softs. Get out there. Steal it from Jensen.
Yeah, I mean Jensen is his teammate, but he
might have to get Toto on the radio there. Tell him to abort his fastest lap. Don't want that situation to happen with Jensen taking away his points in the Drivers' Championship.
No, I think if Shifters really wanted to get past Jensen, he definitely could.
If he can see how much more pace he has out of that turn 4, but does not want to go for a move, Jensen taking a different line through there.
Oh, and that's Calzo. He span at that horrendous corner. Turn 5, I believe. 4, turn 4.
Before those tires will be hot coming into turn 5, so have the man push through this next 20 session of Sector 2 in Portimao. I think he lost out 2 spots there, 1 to Dan and 1 to his teammate Konzo. Konzo and Calzo, how nice.
No, I think maybe Seabucks have had a little bit of a tank slap here. He's lost out massively to Lynx, and that's opened the door for Kitten to come in and maybe snatch up a P4 in this race.
Yeah, not sure what happened to Seabucks there. Looks like he lost about 5 seconds to Lynx, so I'd have to think something on his own caused that. Jamie James, another time penalty down there in P10.
Both low on ERS. Kitten's going to tuck in behind. Maybe he can get him on the next straight here. It's a little bit of a wide line there. And it's getting close. Jamie James going in. I'm guessing that's for a soft tyre. To snatch the fastest lap. I know he is definitely capable of getting it. Just a matter of time, really.
At lap 27 of 33, there's only 6 more to go, so you have to think Shifters is seeing that number of laps tick down and starting to feel the sense of urgency to get past Jensen, as he has a very good run out of the penultimate corner. Probably one of the closest gaps we have seen him have Jensen, quite a bit. At a stupid go for a move here after he gets DRS on the start finish straight. Mercedes versus AlphaTauri power. Honda versus Mercedes.
Yeah,
and what's
definitely
that?
Realised it.
Yeah, I don't know if Shifters deployed his DRS there. I don't know if I saw the back wing open or the green light pop up. That's what I was watching, honestly.
I think Jensen's figured out what Shift is trying to do. Maybe force a pass on him, or maybe get links up and trying to put some pressure on the Shifters.
You'll have to see if Links can close down that gap at all, if any. Battling the top 2 guys is very hard. Does Jensen still have the fastest lap? I think he does. Yeah, he does.
They are both IFR drivers. They might be helping out here. I think definitely Jensen is going for something strategic here, slowing down a little bit more than you might normally want to on a straight.
I'd like to point out only 200ths between Jensen and Hasmania for the fastest lap of the race. Oh, my apologies. Ignore what I just said. It's a second and 200ths. My bad.
Oh, don't worry about that. Oh, is he going for the move? No, no. They're both braking. This is getting a bit too cheeky.
A bit dicey.
Very, very naughty.
To see how this plays out, as we have a Haas off in sector 3. Let's see who that is.
I think that's the House of Electric Blade.
You are correct about that one.
A battle that might actually see an overtake happen. Kittenpetter versus Seabucks. He's really pressuring Seabucks here. They both don't really have that much ERS. It's getting interesting, it's getting interesting. Also, Konzo and Calzo versus Dano M.
Yeah, but, track limits. Konzo doesn't have any track limits as of now. Jamie James, 17.8 fastest lap, takes away from the AlphaTauri.
Yeah, very good lap from him.
Got 9 seconds from Dan. I'm not sure. He might, I don't think he'll drop to P9, but he will definitely drop out of P7 and P8 the AlphaTauri 1-2 there.
Now,
Shifters.
Yeah, Shifters. Oh, is he going for the move? No. But we're now on lap 30. Shit. 30. And we've got 3 laps to go. Well, 4 if you include this one. Oh, a little touch in the back there from Shifters. And now Kittenpetter finally got past Seabucks there. And we missed it.
I missed it, too busy paying attention to this battle for first. Seabucks is going to want to try and get that position back before this race is over, I'm sure of it.
I think maybe Kittenpetter does. His tyres are 3 laps younger. And that might be, what, 8%? He's saving there. I don't know that's going to do that much.
It looks like Shifters is going to wait to the last lap here unless anything drastic with Jensen happens. Getting ever so close to turn one, but just not being able to make the move happen.
Jensen does have an ERS advantage, but slipstream and the DRS definitely does help Shifters when you want to get past Jensen. Getting closer again versus Kitten, for Kitten versus Seabucks here.
Yeah, really only two battles going on right now on track that will affect the final standings. Of course, Dan and Konzo, but unless Konzo has a spin, I assume Konzo would inherit P6.
Now, Shifters, I doubt he's going to go for it now. A little bit of the DRS, a little click of it. Here he comes. He is definitely... Ooh. He's staying behind again. He's going to wait for the final lap.
This will get exciting, folks. As something to point out, Jensen has 65% of his ERS compared to Shifter's 45 of his ERS. So not sure where that will come into play here on the last two laps. Will he go for a move here? Shifters. Second DRS zone, making it dicey, making it too wide.
Does. Ooh.
Again, ever so close.
But Jensen stays in front. Oh, but does he know Shifters has passed? Oh, I don't know.
Shifters has passed. Took a couple laps, but have to see somebody's off as Mercedes of Saucy up in the back there.
You know, it might come back to haunt him that he went for that move so early. Because now Jensen's going to have to use every little bit of his DRS. He does have DRS as well, but the gap is definitely getting bigger.
8/10.
You know, I think Shifters played this perfectly.
I think so too. I don't know if there's going to be enough time for Jensen to make a move as he's trying to break that slipstream.
He is
doing
getting
anything
close.
in his power. He's getting a lot closer than we have seen before. Jensen coming for it.
Oh, do they collide? Oh, Shifter stays in front. Wow.
Battle here. In the last lap of the race, the colliding on the first DRS zone. We'll have to see if Jensen get anything done here.
He's
using every last bit of the ERS, going down the outside. A bold move. Ambitious, but will not pay off. Oh, unfortunately, I think Kittens has had a spin.
Yeah, and that McLaren, he's now down behind Calzo.
And down to P8. I'm very unfortunate for the McLaren driver.
Now, this is going to get very, very close between the two drivers. Shifters, pretty good lead he's got, and now it's Electric Blade's turn, but that don't matter because coming across the line, Shifters, he has 5/10 in front of him. He's going to pick up P1, Jensen P2, IFR Links coming in, P3, strong performance, brilliant race for all three of those guys. Seabucks beating out Kitten, who's span, he's going to be P4. Danawem coming across to pick P5 on penalties, he's P7, P8. Konzo, Calzo and Kitten gets in front of him. Next up is Saucy.
Yeah, revving the hell out of that engine. You gotta love to see it. Speaking of Mercedes, Shifters puts on an absolutely brilliant performance to win this race. One of the best I have ever witnessed commentating.
Next is
Electric Blade. Coming around. Final corner. What's it gonna be? It's gonna be P10. That's all it's gonna be.
Then Jamie James with the fastest lap. It's going to be P11.
You have to take that point away from Jensen.
And then Hasmania, we're just going to wait for him coming through the final corner. up to the line. And that's going to be P12 for him, rounding off this amazing race.
Yeah, very exciting. From quali throughout the entire race, we had a very nice battle for P1 and P2 with Jensen and Shifters. Length driver of the day, very deserving with a very solid drive. Was in the road of his own for most of the race there in P3, on the podium.
Driver of the day, of course, for Lynx, picking up 3 positions off the start and then staying in P3 for the rest of the race. Very well done from him.
Shifters throwing the champagne around, giving F1 games to the crew members. You gotta love to see it.
Now we're going to get them in for the interview.
Yeah, Shifters, Jensen, Lynx is your podium here. Steve Bucks 4, Conzo 5, Cowser 6, Kitten 7, Dan 8, Saucy 9, Lefty Braid rounding out your top 10, James James 11th, and Hasmania 12. Fruitful, Darg, and Thomas all DNF. So respect, we put in great efforts tonight in Portimao. What a race. That was very exciting to commentate.
That was very, very exciting. A very, very good race. Jamie James setting the fastest lap by 0.2 on IFI Jensen. Definitely did have the pace today. Just did not have the luck.
So we'll just wait for them to get in here, ask them a couple questions. If they want to talk. They don't want to talk. They don't have to talk to us. We just run the contest of speed, comes to count. Which Rolex, if you're listening, my second week commentating, I'm going to keep trying to sponsor us. Just saying. Great league.
If you want to
4 divisions.
If you want to invite them, I'll quickly go to the showroom.
Let me get them in here. Who do we have? We had Lynx, we had Jensen, and we had Shifters. Oh, what a race. Let me get these. Let me message them in the community chat. See if I can get them in here.
Phew, I'm kinda sweating. That was a very, very exciting race from start to finish. It's not really often you see that kind of stuff.
Usually it's not that close. Usually it's one defined pace winner of the day, but very exciting to see 2 guys very similar pace battling out all race. They are in the party, or they're not in the party, but they have been added to the voice chat.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait and see if they're gonna join.
I'm trying to get their names in Discord and send them a little at mention.
Cheeky little ad.
Oh yeah.
So we're just gonna wait for the. Oh yeah, of course. People need to just leave the cool down room, and then we'll get them when they've had their drink of water, had the little loo break, and yeah.
So very excited. We will have Shifters in here. Who won the race? I'd like to hear what he went through those last 10 laps. Hope I can get Jensen and Lynx in here.
Here we go. We have shifters. We're missing the two we're missing the two IFR guys.
Shifters, do you have your audio on sharing?
Yeah, I do. I'm just fixing my microphone just because it's quite shit, so... Sorry, I shouldn't be swearing and while you guys are live, but yeah.
Don't worry about it.
We need that
mate.
Rolex.
Now we have the whole podium. You know, I'm going to start off with, you know, Lynx P3. Very, very good result. Brilliant start on P1, picking up 3 positions. What was going through your mind through the first 3 laps there, where you were just picking up places?
Well, I made it so much tougher on myself with the bad quali, so because I wasn't expecting to be that low, so I tried to make him off the start. I had a spin, and it kind of like heated up the Riz a bit more, so I got a better start. And yeah, I got past him. And then I got past C-Bucks, and then my plan was to just stick with Jensen and shifters. And then it was going well, and then I had to. And then when in the pits, I got held, and then that just made me lose the DRS. And then those two had too much pace. Yeah, so, but then I'll take P3 though. It's not bad, and yeah, I'm happy with the pace.
It's definitely a great result, and yeah, go enjoy that P3. Great job.
Yep.
Also, driver of the day. Congratulations on that.
It. Yep, thanks.
Very solid drive.
Yeah, GG shifters and Jensen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Alright, well, I guess we'll turn our attention over here to Jensen. Jensen, a very impressive quali from you and Shifters. I'll talk to Shifters in a minute about his quali, but you guys battling all race. This DRS is yours, my DRS is yours. What was your plan to keep off Shifters? Because the last couple of laps, Shifters, you know, he would go for the moves and he'd sit behind you. Did you have any idea that he was doing that?
Yeah, I kept on looking behind me, kept on deactivating the DRS to slow it down. I think he was waiting for the final few laps where he could just push, like he could get past with a couple of laps to go, and then just push to the end, and I probably wouldn't be able to get close. But yeah, I wasn't close enough in the final lap, but I just struggled for pace all race. I think I'd consider it as Portugal one of my favourite tracks to drive, but I didn't know where the pace went and was struggling all the time, especially in the sector 1. I don't know what's happened to sector 1. I've lost like 2 temps every lap to every other time, so yeah.
Yeah, but still very impressive drive. P2 on the podium, not P1, but it's the second best, and I'd have to be happy with that result after that incredible battle between you and Shifters all race. So,
I
nice
mean,
race.
pace-wise, it was probably the best I was going to get, to be honest. In Shifters, yeah, he was really fast today, and he played the call right. Of course, yeah. Apologies in turn 1. When I tried to make a move, I forced him off. But yeah, didn't want to do some sort of illegal overtake there. But yeah, in the end, P2, I think 115 points I need to get in the next 8 races to win the championship. So yeah, gonna focus on that.
I love the sportsmanship between Jensen and Shifters, both you knowing that you guys battled the hell out of each other for the entire race. So congrats on P2, man.
Yeah, cheers.
Luca, do you want to ask Shifters some questions?
Yes, Shifters. Brilliant.
Hello.
Brilliant result today. P1. Congratulations on that. I was a bit confused when you were making that move in turn 8, not waiting the final bit of that race to take him on the straight. Why did you decide to take it a little bit early?
I saw Jensen's teammate up ahead, and I just knew that he was going to try and give Jensen the DRS because team orders and that. But so I had to make the move early so that Jensen wouldn't get it. Obviously, it was a very risky play. I had to manage my ERS. I was turning on and off the ERS, so that didn't really help. But yeah, I think it was just a bit of a miracle that Jensen let me by in turn 1. But yeah, nothing else to say there.
Yeah, and your pit strategies were very similar. Did you ever get like pressure from behind from Links? Did you ever think about him coming up and giving you pressure, considering like that they are both members of IFR? Did you ever think that if Links was going to catch up, you were going to have a real tough battle on your hands?
No comment. If anything, no comment.
Alright, well, congratulations on your win, and yeah, brilliant race today. You did very well, and that's going to be it for today. Thank you all for coming and watching EU1 Season 8, Round 16, Portugal.